Okay, let's get this shit back on track. 99% complete, oh my god! Okay, Anarch, is it any better whatsoever? It could very well not be. Oh. Oh, man. Get some more water. Let's see. Let's see indeed. Oh. Kind of got tired of counting seconds between messages sent and it appearing. It seems like it was instant, at least on me, on my end. As soon as I saw the message, it showed up on screen, on stream. Okay, so game is clearly open. Now it's just up to Streamlabs if it wants to actually, like, you know, record it, or not record it, but capture it. Hello, video game. I'm gonna... Let's... Uh-oh. Streamlabs, what are you doing? Luckily we're on the brightness screen. No, we don't. There we go. Oh, where's the brightness for you guys? Don't worry. I'll only put it up a little bit for now, though, but I know Dead by Daylight is typically pretty dark. Oh, and it's loud. Let me know if it's too loud. Oh! Okay, Anarch, you're gonna watch again. Was that a little Phaser Blaster? Oh my god. Is that Adventure Balloon Boy model, but the colors are wrong? Holy. Soda Cup, my favorite character. I think that actually is just Adventure Balloon Boy with the wrong colors. Oh, that was scary. I sure am spooked, guys. Murder! Ah! I've been murder-lated. Oh no. Is that the bite of 87? Yes, bro. That was the bite of 87. See how Springtrap bit her? That literally 1987, bro. Patch notes. Who cares? Hi, Vecna. Oh, look, it's Freddy Fazbender's. Inbox. Oh, gonna have to check these out, huh? First match bonus XP. That's nice. Okay, let's get this out of the way, shall we? Should have a daily gift, extra month points, yes sir. Hello, Springtrap. Let's look at the Shrine of Secrets. There is nothing I'm interested in. Understood. The bite of 87 was Mango? I don't know. I think the bite of 87 was right there.
It is time.
Oh, hold up. Let me... Subtitles on. We'll do large. And I will resummon him. We also need to level him up, don't we? I just want to see what the subtitle size is like. Why do you want to... You want to... Brother, you are so unhelpful. Oh, we could spend in bulk? Yep. Uh-huh. I may or may not have just dumped all of my blood points into this stupid corpse rabbit. Let's go into the store, check out his costume, shall we? So we just got the prestige one, which is his bloody costume. What do we think? Original, prestige. Do we like the blood? Do we think the blood is a bit much? I don't know. To me, the blood makes him like almost feel like a darker green as well. So I don't mind it too much. Oh, we can also read his skin descriptions. A murderer forever trapped in the costume he wore to kill his victims. And then the prestige one, a murderer entombed in the costume he wore as he slaughtered his victims. And then he donned the headpiece, desperate to hide from the spirits of his past. He donned the headpiece, tormented by the horrors of his past. Okay. The internal mechanisms tore through flesh and bone as they snapped into place. The internal mechanisms ripped him apart as they snapped into place. Death was not the end. He was born anew, driven to continue his killing spree. Death could not stop him. He was born anew, driven to shed further blood. And he's got toxic Springtrap. Bro, this man truly is toxic. They got glass sticking out of him too? Jesus, bro. He came right on my phone screen. He doxed me and then showed up live, bro. What? I can't believe he just doxed me like that. Can we talk about that? Oh. And now he's tweaking, bro. Now he's tweaking out. What the hell? He doxes me, shows up, pops through my phone screen, and then crashes out live on camera. Someone call WorldStar. That's all there is to say. I'll be honest with you. Let's look at Clown Springtrap. Bro, what the? Who invited, bro? What is Blood doing? He's not part of the team. What? Anarch, what do we think about this? What do we think about this team? Clown Springtrap, peak or no? I think that's peak, bro. That's peak. Clown Springtrap is so peak. Oh, so stupid. He's got big ass clown shoes too. Oh my god. I have no comments. Bro's afraid to agree. Let's see. Emerged from the depths of corrosive despair, radiating a newfound evil. As the fog settled in, he felt himself take on a form he did not recognize. Does he have special, like, bubonic bunny? Jeez. That's kind of messed up, is it not? Engorged cysts emerged from the suit. His mind swam with disturbing sensations. The makeup did not come off as he rubbed his fingertips against the matted fur. Oh, bro, they said you are stuck as a shitty-ass clown? Oh, man. I'd end it, bro. I'd actually end it if I woke up and I was Clown Springtrap all of a sudden. What the shit? Veins coiled around his appendages. Organic tissue that brought forth even more cysts. The sight of a jacket and pants caught him by surprise, as characters often went without clothes. Yup, true. The corrosion ate away at the blade, sacrificing none of its brutal efficacy. The blade was something to behold, and he knew many would in their final moments. Very ominous. Okay, we'll get into the... As he was dragged away by his own creations, a black fog took hold and dragged him somewhere else entirely. He has unique sound effects, new voice lines in a match, new voice lines in the menu, unique menu animation, a model change, as we can see, and unlocks the yellow rabbit portrait badge. Most knew him as a well-intentioned career counselor, but his facade concealed his true identity. He had killed many times before, disposing of the bodies inside of the animatronics at a local pizzeria. Any semblance of morality was long gone. Nothing and no one would stop him. Bro, they got Matthew Lillard screaming like a tweaker. And then Glitchtrap, who has unique sound effects, unique menu animation, model change, and unlocks the Glitchtrap portrait badge. A mascot from the machine, a virtual manifestation of evil made flesh in the entity's realm. I ain't gonna hold you, Chad. Glitchtrap might be peak. His ears and whiskers have physics. His bow tie has physics. His little knife glitches out. What lies behind those purple eyes and that malicious smile? He was torn apart and reassembled by various beta testers throughout development. Even his weapon of choice was corrupted by untold errors. Yeah, no, that's pretty peak, chat. That's pretty peak. The Five Nights at Freddy's collection, just all the shirts. Okay. What do we think of the art, though? It's just Matthew Lillard? Never mind. I mean, I'll probably get both of these just because they're cool. But we'll get Glitchtrap first. Also, that's a pretty cool little badge. Let's see, Springtrap came with Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. It's not a party if you don't have any pizza. That's pretty, I like that. That's pretty neat. Glitchtrap's little badge is cool though. Now, forgive me, but, I'm just gonna... The way this shit is running my pockets is kind of crazy, Chad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, I got a free gift, though. Oh, I forgot to put in the content creator code. We'll get Matthew Lillard. Let's see what his looks like, huh? Oh, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Fazbear and Friends. I can't wait to play with you. That's pretty neat. We'll equip this for now, I guess. Go back to the menu. Oh! Bro's peeking! Ah! What do we think? Is there a costume we like most? Or a skin we like most? Do we like... Default Springtrap, Prestige Springtrap, Toxic Kagoopy Springtrap, Clown, oh, Tweaker ass Clown.
So much left to do.
Matthew Lillard. Yeah, Glitchtrap is really cool. Yeah, Glitchtrap is cool. Okay. I'm gonna put together a build that I think is gonna be very, very fun. We'll put the Celebrate poster on. We'll put Unbound. Rather... I don't like him. Like, in a good way, you know what I mean? I don't like him in a good way. He unsettles me. What else did I want to put on? I think some things got buffed, if I remember correctly. Okay, bro did not have to crash out on me. Dear Lord. Is it here? Yeah, I think Thrilling Trimmers got buffed from 60 seconds to 30 seconds, which is nice. But no, bro just crashed out. Let's see, what else should we run? I don't know what actually is, like, good. Because some of his add-ons got changed from the PTB. I knew that Celebrate Poster and Foxy's Hook were considered to be pretty good because they just made you stupid fast. But they don't make you as fast anymore. Or the effects have been tweaked to not just, like, be super busted for Springtrap. Bonnie's guitar strings is nice, from what I know. Let's see. Greasy Paper Plate seems genuinely pretty good, like, generally. His brown add-ons don't actually seem bad at all. And then... let's see, we could, okay, you know what? We're gonna go with the ultimate build. So, let's see. What's last? You know what? I guess we'll go with... we'll equip Lethal Pursuer. Okay, bro, calm down. Jeez. Shut up. Holy shit. How long do you think queue times are going to be? What do we think? Also, is there one we want to play as first? We could go on as Glitchtrap. Oh, does he have his own name? That's cool. Hide your name on. Okay, so this is what I like to call the Tweak Trap build. Tweak Trap is a build that consists on going so insanely fast, it's as if you're on drugs. I have no idea how long the queue time is going to be, by the way. If it's really bad, we'll hop into some bot matches, or if anyone wants to join us, we'll play Survivor. I'm not going to go super long. As I said earlier, I am feeling a little bit hoarse today. As in HOARSE, like my throat feels a little funky. I'm bring an offering at the very least. Also, I think there's multiple queues. And also, I think we can sit in the store while we wait and not have to worry about him being a little shithead. I do think Glitchtrap is probably the best skin though. And Glitchtrap, if you don't like voice lines, is the best one as well. Because he has no voice lines. He doesn't talk at all. He makes, like, weird noises, but they're not annoying noises or anything by any stretch of the imagination. Brother, Jesus. Whereas, like, Springtrap and Matthew Lillard have voice lines and they talk throughout the match and stuff, Glitchtrap doesn't seem to be able to. Because well, at the very least, he has no unique voice lines. And what I saw of him yesterday, because some people got early access, he supposedly does not speak at all. He only has... okay, all these guys are going to tweak out at some point. He only has his little weird Glitchtrap noises. I do like though how they gave the physics to Bowtie. They gave the Bowtie physics. Like, that's pretty cool. And I do like how Glitchtrap has physics as well. That's pretty neat. Guys, is it the Mimic? Actually, well, while we're here, I can actually look at the Moris. Bro said, shh. Hush, little bro. Pipe down, little bro. I'm sure Matthew Lillard has some unique voice lines as well that we can check out. Damn. The white guy jump scare is kind of nutty, huh? How much longer do we want to wait in queue, by the way, before we just play bot matches or something instead? I would like to ask. If you guys don't want to sit in queue, we don't have to. The lobby seems neat, though. Right outside Freddy Fazbear. There should be a purple car somewhere there. Let's be honest, guys. Come on. Let's see. Oh, we can go over his perks too, or his add-ons. Yeah, because some of his perks got changed. Haywire, I think Haywire activates later, but it might regress faster. And then Help Wanted, I think, is the same. And what I learned about Phantom Fear is that if there are multiple survivors in your terror radius, they will all scream, which is interesting. Aside from that, though, I don't think there's a lot of changes that have been made. Bonnie's guitar strings now makes it so you are undetectable for less time after teleporting. Celebrate poster now gives you less movement speed, and it gives it to every single player within 32 meters of the embedded axe. But everyone can still vault 20% faster. The access panel now lets you see it lets you see if people are next to doors, which I think is nice. That's probably a very good addition. Freddy's hat is unchanged. Foxy's hook is less speed for less time. Chica's bib, I think, is unchanged. I want to say the purple guy drawing is less time. Revealed anyways. Office phone got nerfed a little bit. All it really does now is that if you help a survivor remove the axe, it's faster. Phone party hat is the same. Ripped curtain, I think the effects last 10 seconds less. Badge is the same. Streamers is the same. And then a lot of the brown add-ons got slight buffs. So like the times were changed a little bit, the numbers were tweaked. This used to be 10%, now it's 15%. I think this used to be 15 or 10%, now it's 20%. Brother, you are actually getting on my nerves. Where's it work? Is it okay with you guys if we hop into a bot match? Or do you want to sit in queue? I figured I'd ask, because we're kind of stuck in queue. Which is to be expected. I'm sure there's 20,000 people trying to play this, like, on their Nintendo Switch 2, dude. Imagine how many people are on the Switch 2 trying to play Springtrap and Dead by Daylights. Go on. Yeah. Huh. There's also just a Matthew Lillard portrait in and of itself. I did not realize. That's neat. Isn't there also supposed to be an alternate mode? Yeah, there's supposed to be I thought there was supposed to be a separate queue for specifically. Let's see, we can see his nice pearly whites, bro. Look at that face. Is that not the face of someone who's awesome and cool and very nice and kind? It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. You know, if anyone has Dead by Daylight, since this is in the public test build, technically you could play. Although Anarch, your connection might be the shittiest thing you've ever experienced ever, simply because, you know, you are so far away. But we'll do a little bot match. I'll demonstrate the beauty that is Springtrap. Pound. Oh, I can't spell. Batteries included. Play with your food. Can I just type in paste? Yes, I can. Oh, machine learning. Yes. And then we'll go to... There we go. We'll go to Frebby Faber. Apply that. Oh, is the Epic... I mean, it should just be an update, though. No? Because it's the live release. You don't have to get the DLC. You just have to update the game. Well, maybe the update's not out on Epic. I don't know. Or you might also just be saying that because the Epic Game Store sucks. Which is also potentially true. The only difficult with bot matches, like, that I have is that because they're bots, they're kind of funky. Reveal me, bro. I don't care. See how much I care. So this is test 1 of Springtrap against the bots. Springtrap's whole gimmick is that... What are these guys doing here? I cannot aim. Oh my goodness. Springtrap's gimmick is that he is really fast. That okay. Actually, this game is trash. Actually, this might be the worst game I've ever played in my life. Stop it! Oh my god, my aim is so bad. That's okay. That's okay. We gotta get used to this. It's been a while since I've actually played Springtrap. Let's see, where do we think they are? There's Victoria. Brother, I'm actually kind of peeved that didn't hit him. We'll break this. Try again. I swear the bots, bro. The bots are actually... They're actually making me upset. There we go. So now we've activated our add-on the Celebrate poster, which means we are 12% faster. which is way slower than it used to be. I can even feel it being slower. Someone tried to reveal us. We use Unbound. Now we are 7% faster. Now we're 12% faster thanks to batteries included. So yeah, now we're just going crazy fast. It's way slower now, huh? Oh, we actually need to... I'm remembering what I was forgetting. We need to find Ada, and then we need to back off to get play with your food. And then we'll actually be able to see the full effects of Springtrap. Let's actually use these doors, shall we? It's probably a smart idea. You see anything? We'll move to 6. Okay then. Bro, they're about to pop all these gens because I have like no snowball, no regression. They popped Shack? Oh. I heard that. Someone went in here. Let's go to 1. There's probably a bot over here. That's nice. So we might be getting cooked, but we're not getting too cooked. Only mostly cooked. It's not looking hot for Mr. Strimmer though, that's for damn sure. Okay. Come on, Springtrap, get in there. Get in there, Springtrap. Brother, you are kidding me. It feels like it doesn't take too long to remove the axe. It feels like you don't have enough time to catch up with an axe toss unless you're literally right on them when you hit them with it. But maybe I'm wrong. Is this Ada? Looks like him, and it was not. We'll try to catch up. You see, and these bots, bro, they play loops perfectly. It's almost so impossible to catch up. I'm not even gonna try. This bot is gonna loop me here for 6 years, and that's not pleasant for any of us. We'll go to 3. Yeah, download that bitch, bro. Me and you are gonna eat total shit online. Survivor queue times will probably take like 10 seconds, to be completely honest with you. My guess is that everyone and their grandma wants to play Springtrap, but nobody wants to play Survivor. Perfect. That's 1 stack of play with your food. Let's go. Kick this. And bro was peeved. Where? Who? Huh? I'm sorry, what? There's Vittorio. You want to find Ada though. Preferably anyways. As we have a perk tied to Ada, because it's based on the obsession. That is Claudette, so we don't care. I think I saw someone over here. Did I not? Am I seeing things? Chat, am I insane? Uh-oh. I might be losing my marbles. Nope, I definitely saw someone over here, bro. How does the bot have AFK? Wait a second. How does that work? Okay, Ada has to be here then. Where is Ada, bro? It's like she knows. It's like the bots know. I'm telling you. It looks to be good on my end. Like, it's moving and everything. Maybe refresh or something? Stream isn't cutting out on Streamlabs, but again, Streamlabs is weird. So maybe Streamlabs is bugging. Okay. Good to know. Bro, I'm just peeved I can't find Ada. Where can she be? We're gonna kick this. Because it's definitely closer to being done. The bots have 3-gen themselves though. Unironically, the bots have kind of screwed themselves up. Like, this is a nasty 3-gen to try and defend on my end. And by that I mean, like, all the gens are so close together, I could pretty easily just stop them from repairing them. There's Ada. So we want to start chase and then leave it. And now we are 15% faster. Why are we 15% faster? Oh, because we had batteries. So now we're normally 10% faster, right? I presume Ada's still around here. Somewhere. There's Trevor. Here, we'll try. So now we're 22% faster. Oh, and because we didn't actually hit Trevor, we kept the play with your food stack. Normally, whenever you hit someone, play with your food loses 1 point or one stack. But because we didn't actually hit him and we grabbed him straight up, we kept the stack. And bless me, I had to sneeze very quickly, but yeah. And he has a unique yoink animation as well. Springtrap and Matthew Lillard typically scream. But Glitch Trap has the little shush. I want them to complete that gen ideally. It just sucks that it's the last one. But if I want them to complete one, it's that one. That yellow one. You'd always lose 1 because you have to hit the axe, but you could keep 2. So I'd have to hit someone with the axe toss, but once I do hit someone with the axe toss. So right now I have 15 because of batteries and play with your food. Of course I miss. But like, look, I can just stay on top of Claudette. Oh, okay. So, throwing the axe in general counts as using a play with your food token. Because it's technically an attack, I think. So I threw the axe and I lost 1 stack of play with your food. But if you're accurate and can hit your axes, it won't be an issue. I think Ada should be over here. So yeah, the bots will kind of always pre-run against you. which in some cases sucks. In this case, it's not so bad because we can kind of force them into repairing that specific generator that's highlighted in yellow. Because if they do, that will also give us more haste, more movement speed. And this will be our third stack and final. You can only have 3. Play with your food. So we're at 15% movement speed right now. At Shack, we'll be at 20%. Because the battery's included. We're at 27% movement speed. And that's why he's Tweak Trap. Because when you get everything to work in harmony, he is so insanely fast. And now we have Unbound, right? So if we come over here and we vault this, now we're 30% faster for a brief amount of time. Every generator gives us batteries included. So we always have the batteries included speed buff. We have machine learning for a brief amount of time. And we always have the default 10%. So they opened that exit gate over there by Ada. But we're on Claudette right now. And I am so fast. Like, look at this. We hit Claudette. I'm 30% faster. And I catch up instantly. Oh, does it? Yeah, that's. I mean, have you updated it recently? Because it might also be going through like a lot of updates for you if you haven't played recently. But that's a long time. I'll be alive for a while though. I kind of want to try a lot of stuff out. But yeah, so what? We had 30% movement speed at one point. And we're just running like a bat out of hell. Alternatively, if you really want to go for like, if you want to specialize in the movement speed, you could bring, instead of the paper plate, you could bring Foxy's hook. Oh, you're installing it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It takes me about an hour too. Or took me about an hour to reinstall it. But if you really wanted to specialize in a movement speed, you could go with Foxy's hook. And then if you want something a little bit more reliable, you could go with the perk Furtive Chase. Furtive Chase makes it so whenever the obsession is hooked, you gain undetectable, but you also get 10% haste for 18 seconds. So instead of play with your food, you go for Furtive Chase. And now you're getting haste whenever you hook the obsession. And then you could bring something, maybe instead of genetic mimic, since we never really got to use it that match, we can look for other haste specific perks perchance. Let's see. We could go with Game of Foot. So, and then batteries included. And Unbound. Yeah, Unbound was nerfed. It was 10% haste for 10 seconds, and now it's 7% haste for 10 seconds, which is fine. Maybe we should actually read the patch notes. Or at least comb over them. Exit gate switches with at least 50% progress. Okay, so, as we noticed, Haywire got changed. This is inaccurate. Haywire now starts at 80% progress, but it loses progress at 100% of opening speed at max level. So it starts losing progress later, but it loses progress faster. Or the progress it loses goes by faster. Let's see, a lot of things. Vecna got updated. Killer perks, batteries included. So yeah, a lot of haste perks got debuffed because they were trying to remove haste stacking. But haste stacking is actually still in the game. It makes sense. So yeah, a lot of these haste perks were debuffed or nerfed to kind of reduce the amount of haste you get. Thrilling Tremors is actually good, which is nice. And it makes me wonder how many of these haste perks they changed because they saw people playing Springtrap in the PTB, and he was going like 150% movement speed or something, because you could get him to go really, really fast in the PTB, and it just like, for example, you could get him to go like, I think I saw one video say they got 167% movement speed on Springtrap, which is insane. And really, really, really fast. And one of the things that made his speed add-on so good is that you always knew you had them, and the survivors wouldn't always know what add-ons you had. And so you'd hit someone with the axe and the celebrate poster would become active. However, the survivor would be going 20% faster, but doesn't have the ability to react to it very well. So now they also have to react to moving 20% faster, and also figure out kind of what your plan is. We'll go to 7. I don't know where they spawned. Looks like they're in Maine. Where are they in Maine? Bro, why are the bots pre-running? This is actually insane. What the shit? So Vittorio is my obsession. We want him, if possible. Oh, and he's ran himself all the way to the corner for us. Oh, that was not good. Damn, bro, Glitchtrap has no reach. Brother, what are you doing? Glitchtrap, well, Glitchtrap, his arms are tiny. I didn't realize. My bad. Let's see. So now we have 10% movement speed, briefly. So now we briefly get 22%. Boom. It's the tweak trap difference, bro. They just aren't ready for tweak trap. Vault, I dare you. I dare you to vault. We'll vault. Where did she go? And whatever. I'll take our Foxy movement speed and just kind of travel. So that's why I have Foxy's hook, is because Foxy's hook allows you to make yourself a little faster if we miss. Granted, we can also purposefully hit something with the idea that it will help us catch up. We did not get Foxy's hook there for some reason. Okay. You can actually hit shots like that, but it's hard against bots because they have like a supernatural sixth sense. Did she go in here? I generally don't know where she went. I did not mean to travel because I heard her, but I ended up pushing the wrong button. That's okay. We found Vittorio. Did we make a new obsession? Looks like it. But yeah, so we catch up pretty easily with this. Catch up very easily with this build. Because whenever we actually hit someone with our axe, if we can vault, it's like we don't vault. We vault faster because of the 20% vault speed that the axe gives us, and then we get a movement speed bonus for vaulting. So it's actually a pretty good deal. Ada is our obsession. So we'll look for her. She's over here. Let's see if we can get Shack Pallet. I want to try and break this. I don't think she's gonna actually use it though. I want to use Game of Foot. Is that what it is? Okay, Game of Foot does not seem that useful to us. I was not hitting that because she kept running, which is crazy. I don't know what kind of bot decides to keep running. Oh, I just got spun by a fucking bot. Jesus. That bot went nutty on me. The bots are so wild, bro. They just do the craziest shit for no reason, too. Like, look at how fast we are. 27% speed. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Grandpa's off the perks, bro. He's off the perks. Actually, hold up. I just realized something. It doesn't matter too much. We can just... I think we're still just chatting. Anarch, you gotta do your job, man. Come on. You're the only viewer. You're the only dedicated viewer, bro. I expect you to remember for me. Almost. If I would have aimed a little bit higher, I might have made that shot. Again, still a mess. I have no idea where the bot went. See, the bots are so unpredictable, I can never tell where they're going. They just go. It's okay, I forgore too if it makes you feel any better. See, like, what the hell is this bot doing? Also, I think movement speed increases your lunge a little bit. Just because lunge is based on, I think, on fast you're capable of going. I don't know. I don't know the exact reasons, but it does do that. I cannot believe that was a miss. Luckily we can hit that pretty easy. Call our axe back. Boom. Lovely shot. Yeah, Glitch Trap is nice. His sound design is pretty good. I like the sound design. And he doesn't talk at all. Which, for some people, they might find that annoying. So, I don't mind the talking. But, nice little hit, 22% faster. See, look at how easy we catch up. Okay, sure. But look at how easily we catch up. It doesn't even matter if they nerf the add-on, because with the right build, if you keep finding people, then you're just gonna catch up either way. See, like there we use Foxy's Hook to make ourselves faster. And now we easily catch up to Claudette because we were just 12% faster. That's so much faster than survivors. And there would be very little time for any normal player to even react in that scenario. You could just go so insanely fast. And to a stupid degree too. Which honestly I think is quite fun. It's neat to see kind of how many unique play styles you can play Springtrap with. Because you can go for a stealth build, you could go for a speed build, you can do all sorts of stuff, and it's cool to see kind of what it is that people try and go for. I thought I heard her right on top of me. Hello, bot? Would you like to play the video game? I don't know where Trevor is. We'll see if we can find the hatch. Now, one thing I will say is the Celebrate poster only works. It only works if they're healthy, because you can only embed the axe in a healthy survivor. But on the opposite side of that, if they're injured, then it doesn't matter. You don't need the movement speed. You just down them with the axe. It genuinely does not matter if they're injured or not. We'll try out some different builds though. Another issue that playing with bots will give us is that you can't really test stealth builds very well. Just because the bots will not care as much. But we'll try some other stuff. We'll take a look at other add-ons, and we'll play Matthew Lillard.
No one will stop me.
Let's go for something more general, I think. I think if you want to play generally, Bonnie's guitar strings is so worth it. And then if you want to stay undetectable, you take the Faz coin, right? And here's my thought process. I'll explain why. Bonnie's guitar string. Let me take a drink of water because I'm quite parched. Bonnie's guitar strings allows you to see generator progress whilst you're in the security area. Now, it makes you undetectable for a less amount of time, so you are not hidden for as long. However, you can counter this with the Faz coin, because the Faz coin puts your terror radius on the axe. So if you want to sneak up on somebody, you can throw the axe intentionally. You'll be a 115% movement speed, and you can sneak up on someone. However, if you want to use the axe for attacking, you can still kind of do that with this add-on. You use the Faz coin to sneak up on somebody, and if they catch you or start running, you can recall the axe and then use it as a weapon. You don't have to play without the axe the whole time. You can pick and choose when to use it, and choosing to get rid of it still benefits you. And then, let's see. What are some good perks, I'd say? I don't know, I don't typically have all the perks available to me, so it's kind of hard to say what his best perks would be. One thing I will say, though, is that you want to go Hex. Something I do notice that he runs very well is Blood Favor, and then maybe Undying. So Blood Favor makes it so whenever you hit somebody, pallets get blocked within 32 meters for 15 seconds. And this basically means if you hit someone with the axe, they can't drop a pallet to get away from you, and you can have an easier time catching up to them and grabbing them, or staying on top of them if you hit them with an axe. Like, they can't drop something to try and make more distance to get away. And then Undying just kind of helps you keep your hexes alive. It basically, if your hex totem gets cleansed, Undying gets cleansed instead, and then your hex totem is put elsewhere. And then, typical, you could go with something like, because actually, we could go with Pop Goes the Weasel, because we'll know what generators to go to with Bonnie's guitar strings. So now whenever we hook someone, we can go into a security room, see exactly where to go, and use Pop Goes the Weasel to do the most amount of damage to a generator as possible. And then, at the same time, we could even do Thrilling Trimmers, which blocks generators whenever we pick someone up. So we pick someone up, we put them on the hook, we go into a security door, and we'll be able to see which generator to go to. It'll be blocked, hopefully, until we get there, and then as soon as we get there, or right about when we get there, all the generators will become available again, unless it was being worked on, and then we kick it. If it's being worked on, though, it sadly does not get blocked. But there's a couple unique ideas you can go for with Springtrap, which I really appreciate.
Why don't we play a little game?
So we want to go into the door as quick as possible. So the generators they're working on will turn red. So 7 and 1 are good options right now. See, boom. Right on top of him. We can get that hit. We don't have anything to make us go faster, but look at this. Which way did he go? He went this direction? That's crazy, bro. I would not have gone this way. But that pallet was blocked. So essentially we hit him, and then he basically had nothing to use to kind of defend himself. Making our life pretty easy. Now we hook him, we look at all the generators. We see that this one is not blocked, meaning someone was working on it. So now we can come here, kick it, and do extra damage thanks to Pop Goes the Weasel. So now we have two ways of telling where to apply our pop, and the security doors tells us which of those possible places is the best place, which I think is a very, very good kind of thing to have. It's very useful information. Claudette is looping me around Pirate's Cove, which is kind of nutty to say. Hit Claudette. Any nearby pallets are blocked. And then hit her. Don't let her vault. Or don't let her get away with vaulting. Boom. So this is a pretty mean build. I'm sure you could get even meaner, but this also is it's not like super mean, but it's like generally pretty aggressive, right? Let's go to 2. It looks like 2 could use pop. Yep. Because we know we just kicked the generator in the main building. And we chased off Claudette. The bots probably would not have returned to this. And my thought was exactly correct. The bots have gone this way. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to understand how the bots might play. So, yeah, Vittorio, and now our terror radius is actually on him for 10 seconds too. So it's not just when you hit the environment, it's just in general. And we want to keep the axe on him actually, because that will allow us to kind of move a little faster. And we didn't really have a clear line of sight. I was gonna say, I know the bots don't typically fall for mind games. I kind of wondered if he would here, because we were undetectable. See that? Like, the bot would not have thought to avoid that. The bot, or a player would not have thought to avoid that kind of play. But of course the bot does, because the bot knows. So, some things that you can do against people are not going to work against the bots very well. Which sucks, but it is what it is. So for example, we see that generator is not blocked, so we want to go there. That is generator 5. So we want to go to generator 5. Like that. Let's toss our terror radius. Now, again, it won't matter too much against bots, but in a real game, you might actually be able to catch someone off guard if you toss your terror radius away. Because they aren't going to know where you're going exactly. And then every time you see the effect is gone, you can always recall the axe and toss it again, right? Nice hit. That was a very good hit. But yeah, you can even get some long range shots if you know the art. Yeah, see, like, I almost hit him there. But he just keeps running, because it doesn't, okay. That's kind of the hard part about bots. Is they just like to run, bro. They never do anything that makes sense. They just book it. How that didn't hit him is beyond me. I'm going to be completely honest with you. How that one didn't hit him either is also beyond me. What the hell? Thank you. So let's pick them up. Let's see where to go. Over there, that generator. There's... Okay, so there's 2 generators, right?
And stay there.
Come into here. You want to go to 6. That one looks more progressed. Pop out. And kick. Boom. Easy as pie. Look at that. We'll throw the axe. Also kind of helps us move a little faster. Which is helpful in kind of a scenario like this, as the bot will just keep vaulting and there's not much we can do about it. We could grab the axe and try and hit him, but it can be tricky. Chica blocked it for him. Yeah, he's gonna be right back there, huh? And there's really nothing I can do about it, is there? Okay. Interesting. That's kind of a hard... I mean, you could probably mind game it or try and find a workaround as killer. That's kind of hard to play as. Or play against. Let's go to door 7. Yeah, I thought so. Brother, these near misses are killing me. Block any nearby pallets. We did not block shit. Oh, it's because our hex is gone. I was like, why didn't we block anything? It's because our hex is literally gone. That's the bad thing about hexes, right? Now we're playing Shaq against a bot. At least we can tell if they head for pallet. What? Okay, you actually have to be shitting me. How did I thread the needle that well, bro? That was definitely like dead on, should have hit her. I'm actually, that's upsetting. I'm upset, bro. I'm genuine, that's crazy. Nothing has been going our way. I was gonna say, we are not making our way through the world today, bro. This shit does not take everything we got. At least you can force the boss to do that. Which is kind of, it helps. It helps me feel a little better. Okay, but that one wants to hit, huh? Mother. Please.
Stay a while.
At least he's dead. And then we can try and cut off Claudette. Yeah, getting the axe grab seems very hard without, like, movement speed based add-ons or perks. It's definitely, like, possible, but not exactly probable. From what I noticed, anyways. Now, I'm sure it can be done. Oh, there's Ada. Ada is not looping me at Shack. Eat that, bro.
I am just the place for you.
There we go. So yeah, you could try and use Blood Favor. Blood Favor seems to be good on him, from what I can gather. Blood Favor seems to be pretty good on him, from what I can gather. I
always come back.
He said the line, Bart. However, if you don't want to use it, I'm sure there's alternatives. Let's see, what else could we do instead of Blood Favor? Because Pop and Thrilling seems pretty good on him. Also, instead of the fast token, you could bring, I think, the Party Streamers, which allows you to move through the doors faster. So you're losing the undetectable element of the build, pretty much. However, you can traverse so incredibly fast to important destinations, so I think that's a pretty good trade-off. You aren't as stealthy, but your traversal becomes much better. Maybe instead of... I mean, if you wanted some slowdown instead, you could bring maybe Gift of Pain. Gift of Pain makes it so whenever you hook someone on a Scourge hook, if they are healed, then they heal and repair slower until they are injured again. And then with this, you can actually go with maybe Furtive Chase, because you'll hook them onto a Scourge hook, and if it's the Obsession, you'll get a speed boost. If the Obsession is unhooked, then a new survivor becomes the Obsession, so you can hook the Obsession onto a Scourge hook, and then you'll have a new Obsession to hook later, yada yada yada, this and that, essentially. And so you're kind of rewarded for hooking people onto these Scourge hooks. You're allowed to kind of reposition faster, maybe even get to a door faster. All these different ideas and tactics that you can kind of play with to either catch people off guard or whatever, get to a generator, whatever you need to do, right? But no, he's honestly very, very fun. He has a lot of different things you could do and a lot of different ways to play, and I really, really enjoy that, because my favorite killers tend to be the ones that have like either the coolest things they can do or kind of have a lot of variety. Like I really enjoy Dracula, just because Dracula can do so much. So here's a Scourge hook. Dracula can do so much, which is very, very neat. One looks good. There's also someone in the main building, it seems. But Dracula being able to play as the dog or play as like the vampire, it's just very fascinating. There's a lot you can do. Okay. And so Claudette is not our exception, but let's see if we can't find maybe a skirt trick for her. Is there one nearby? Yes, there is. And then we know exactly where to go. We even get there faster, which might be the difference maker. See, they might have repaired that if we were a little slower. So that's why streamers is so nice. And with Bonnie's guitar string, you're using your teleports not as much to get around and catch people off guard. You're using them more so to what are you doing? You're using the teleports more so instead to like kind of cause regression and damage and stuff like that. I don't want to go with this. Okay, I see. Oh, wrong side. Like, where do you want to go?
Don't go anywhere.
It looks like we want to go to 6. That's fine. Just hit him. Oh, barely missed him. I was a bit too high too, I think. That's okay though. We still get him. So I didn't end up using my pop there. There's a skirt trick here. We'll hook him. Kind of see where to apply this. I still think 6 is a good spot. And now we mobilize, right? That's kind of all this build is. This build is all like mobilization. And figuring out where to attack, what to pressure, and then applying said pressure. Which I think is very cool. Because Springtrap kind of gets to do this, but he doesn't like play like a total shithead. Because there are some killers who kind of get that luxury. I don't really want to chase Shaq. There are some killers who get the luxury of being able to like move very, very quickly. But generally, those killers are deemed pretty unfun to play against. And they're usually very, very, very strong. Now, not all of them are unfun. But for example, like Blight or Nurse or Kaneki, they have historically been very, very powerful because they can move around the map so quickly and generally so much faster than most of the other killers that it almost feels like there's nothing you can do. That was way too far. We're gonna have to break this. Which is unfortunate. Is he still here? That'll help. And then... yeah. It's hard to get the grab around little turns like that because generally, oh, someone's playing. Generally, I feel like you have to kind of be facing straight and going straight to get the axe grab, so it's very hard to get it on turns like that. Let's see. My nose is just killing me, man. Nice hits. Definitely not going to be able to catch up, though. Why does the bot do that? That is such a weird behavior from the bot. I think it's because the bot tries to hold like a check spot or a place where it can try and see which way you're gonna go. But conversely, the bot, like, that's just not a place where you can do that. Is that the most progressed gen? It might be, honestly. Yes, it definitely is. But it is regressing. I think this is second most. I want to say, what door is revealing me, bro? Genuinely, what door is trying to reveal me? It's kind of hard, like, it's easy to... What the hell, bro? The bots are actually tweaking. It's easy to forget you can shut down the doors with your axe if you hit them. Because I typically forget. That one's... I guess this one could be kicked, huh? And now we mobilize. And that's another good thing. Bonnie's guitar strings definitely promotes using the doors, which I think it's the biggest like proponent of door usage for the killer in terms of the add-ons. Because obviously it's kind of naturally good to use them, but sometimes it can be easy to forget you have them. But with Bonnie's guitar strings, you are not forgetting, because generally it impacts kind of how you make your build. Nice hit. And then what? That's Ada? My question is, where the hell is Vittorio? Because we have not been able to find him and hook him, like, at all. He's been hiding the whole game. I want to look for him because we have furtive chase and we just have not been able to use it at all. I don't know where this guy is. Oh, so we can break this while we're on our way. But no, yeah, my nose is kind of killing me. I'm not gonna hold you guys. Okay, fine. Might be allergenic. I don't know for sure. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me if it's allergenic. Okay, so here's Claudette and Ada, which is whatever. I genuinely don't care. Where is Vittorio, though? Yeah, like, he's just nowhere to be seen, bro. He's playing hide and seek with us. What the hell? I mean, I guess it is kind of dark on this map, right? So it can be hard to see him. Oh, he's here. No? Yes? I don't know. Yes. Nice. That was actually really good. Now we have our furtive chase. Although really, we kind of want to kick this. Yeah, it looks like you don't get a lot in regards to your power, right? You don't get anything for your power by hitting them with the axe, but you get like blood points, like power-based blood points by what is it? Oh, nice. I got spun by a bot again. But you do get what is it? You do get blood points for grabbing someone when they have the axe embedded in them. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you should cry for help.
Matthew's lines seem, I don't know. I guess they seem a little flat, like flatly delivered. Am I the only one who's picking up on that? Matthew's lines just seem like they're delivered pretty flatly. Okay, Ada. Where are you? Not all of them, though, but some of them definitely feel flatter than others. No offense to him, of course. Could also be the voice direction. Or maybe the lines are clunky. Or maybe the acting is just so subtly, like, good that I just don't know. Who is to say, I suppose? There's Ada. Let's see. Nice hit.
Sleep tight.
Yeah, maybe it just sounds like that to me, or feels that way to me, because that doesn't seem very like. It definitely seemed like he actually tried there, so maybe I'm just going insane.
Nothing can stop me.
Man, I'm just. Oh. My nose is killing me. I'm going to be right back, chat. I need to, like, get some sort of something. Whoop. Here, I'll let you at least listen to the lobby theme, though. Okie doke. Let's get back into it. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it today, team. I might have to call in early. My nose is just killing me, man. I don't know. We'll see. I can at least get one more in. What else is an interesting build? Honestly, I kind of liked this build, right? You could probably change out Furtive Chase, though. Maybe go for another Scourge Hook? Yeah. I agree with you on that one. Unhooked from Scourge Hook. This actually could be really good. Floods of Rage and Gift of Pain. Thinking about it, because you hook someone onto the Scourge Hook. When they are unhooked, if they are healed, they do things slower. But also when they're unhooked, you see the auras of everybody, right? I don't think this is a bad idea or a bad build. And that also would help us with our streamers too, because we could also mobilize from there. We'll test this out, and then I think I might call it after this game. I will say I do like the skins. I think Glitch Trap is a very, very good skin. Matthew Lillard, I think, is just fun, right? Like, love him or hate him, I think he's just a fun skin to have. It's really funny to be playing and hearing him be like, oh, dirty dirt. But yeah. Unfortunate though, not feeling too good.
Time to clean up this mess.
Let's see. 4 looks good. There's a couple guys. Get Trevor. Any Scourge Hooks nearby? No, not well. I don't think I make it to that one though. I'm unlucky, huh?
Oh, you should cry for help.
All of our Scourge Hooks are on like one side of the map, which kind of sucks. There's one here though. It's not so bad. I honestly thought it was further. Well, just kick this while we're here. Let's see. We'll come back to this. I presume the bots would return to a generator? I don't know. Bots are weird, man. It's hard to kind of predict what they're gonna do. The bots play so strangely, and not at all like a person does. Okay, I guess they were all over here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now where did they go from here? One of them probably went into the door. Although I don't know if the bots actually travel through the security doors. Now that I think about it. The bots might not travel through them. I know the bots use them, like use the cameras. See, there's kind of a neat idea. I have to break this. Let's see, where did he go? This way? What the? Yeah, I'm not playing my best, that's for sure. Ugh. Oh, I don't even have my axe. I could see that being an issue, is remembering to recall your axe. You can definitely get some window shots like that, though. The bots definitely overreact to the axe, though. That much I've noticed. Is they'll, like, super overcompensate for it. And is there micro searches? There we go. Yeah, it's just a rough game. Rough game. Let's see if we can turn it around, though. Nah, well, that certainly doesn't help. Good thing we got here, huh? Okay. Sure, I'll just miss. Nice. That's helpful. Okay. That's the start. Haven't been able to hook someone on a single scourge hook, though, because they've all been spread so poorly throughout the map. They're all grouped up, which is not good. But we finally get one. Yeah, we want to go to that main building generator pronto. Thought so. Thought so. Now we see auras. You gotta be shitting me. You have actually got to be shitting me. Yeah, force him to vault multiple times to block it, because the bots will always do that. We can get him on a scourge hook. Now we're actually kind of starting to see this build come to fruition a little bit. This shit was not blocked. Okay. Wanted to see if I could hit Ada. I could not. Does she just think I can't see her from there? Okay. Well, we're definitely turning things around. That's for sure. Maybe tomorrow, too, queue times won't be so bad, right?
Don't move.
I know this little idea probably won't work, but I wanted to see. Whatever. items on that gen we just saw. Let's get in here. Go to door 7. Oh, almost. I don't think the axe goes far enough for that shot, though. Nobody vaults that, huh? Nobody vaults that. At least the bots certainly don't. I see where they are.
Stay a while.
See what you do about it. It's 2 of them? Not all of them, but 2 of them? Really? Did not expect her to do that. She's just gonna keep vaulting, right? So we should theoretically catch up because we are faster. And she's gonna block this off for herself. I tried. This is gonna be annoying and probably impossible to deal with. Chica, you are such a piece of shit. You know that? I think Chica might be my least favorite, bro. She is so dog water, bro. She's blocked more shots than anything else. I promise you that much.
And stay there.
Let's come check this gen. No, you need to get off the generator, Ada. Get off the gen and onto the hook, bro. Come on. Let's go kick this. Trevor is somewhere. I don't know exactly where. Maybe going for Claudette. Yep. Which way did he go? Did he go into the door? I suppose that's possible. Or did he go into a locker? Huh. Interesting. Well, that's the game. That was certainly something. He did not say that. But, okay. I'm sure, I guess he'll find us. Huh. Yeah, man. I don't know why, I'm just not feeling that. I'm not feeling it today.
I always come back.
Which is a shame. I don't know, like, I mean, I don't mind the blood too much. Because it looks like old dried blood that's like dried into the fabric of the costume, which I kind of like. I kind of dig that vibe. The aesthetic is cool. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that'll be it for the stream. Unfortunately, I'm just not feeling it today, I suppose. At least that's still here. I will say what I forgot to do completely, but I thought would be neat, and I'm kind of sad this isn't actually in the game because it's a really cool idea. But during the in-game collapse, I have a button on my Stream Deck, which I've also had to reset when since I got a new PC. None of my Stream Deck presets saved because I don't have any of the audio files or anything like that. But I have a button to play the ending to Five Nights at Freddy's Pizza Sim, which is kind of like a neat little song to play during the end game collapse. Pretty fitting. But man, I can't even, hard time thinking too. But thank you everyone for coming out. Sorry stream is ending earlier than anticipated. Just not feeling too well. Hopefully tomorrow though I'll be feeling better. What? Bro, listening to the banger said not the banger. Bro's just psyched to hear a good song. That's all it is, huh, Anarch? You're just psyched to hear a good song, huh? Okay. I'll see if I'm feeling better tomorrow, though. Honestly, a shame I'm not feeling so hot today, because I really wanted to like play for a while. I really wanted to play for a while, but also I guess in hindsight it might not be a bad idea to not go as long today, because hopefully queue times will ease up later. After the DLC's been out for a little bit, hopefully less and less people will be clamoring to play them. And that means we'll get to play actual like matches against real people and kind of put Springtrap to the test. Cause be honest, Anarch, Springtrap's a pretty funny build, huh? I like Springtrap. Springtrap is great. Springtrap, also known as Cracktrap. That is probably my favorite of the Springtrap builds, or Speed Trap you could call them. Perk Trap. But yeah, hopefully queue times will be better going forward, and we'll be able to play some real matches. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, it works on paper. It works on paper, because I mean, in the PTB, the Celebrate poster was probably one of his best add-ons, because it made you so fast, and it was hard for survivors to react to. And you're not as fast anymore, which, you know, is a shame. And the approach of hitting someone with the axe and then going after someone else with 20% movement speed that they didn't have is kind of gone. However, if you have literally anything that makes you remotely faster after hitting someone with the axe with the Celebrate poster, you're going to speed blitz them so incredibly hard, there's almost nothing they can do to get away, and I think we kind of noticed that against bots, right? They might be able to run to a pallet and like try and stay safe at the pallet, but that's going to be so difficult to do when not only is Springtrap 15% faster than you, because survivors are 100% movement speed, and Springtrap without the axe is 115, but now there's an extra 12% on top of both of you, and then he can add like an extra 5 or 7% depending, or this and that. So it definitely seems like it's probably at least his most fun kind of gimmick is just going batshit insane in terms of speed and seeing how fast you can get, which I think is really fun. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get to play for a while. I'll try and wake up. Hopefully not too late, but you never know. At least it's just about summer break, right? So that's not so bad. But yeah, thank you, and I will see you all. I hope you all have a super duper fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye. Bye, Adark. 07. 07.